Hello Starseeds, this is Pixie from Pixie Moons. I am a creative and intuitive witch, an empath and an energy worker, currently resided in the beautiful country of Cambodia. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I created this safe space for us to discuss spirituality, art and magic. My aim is also to uplift you, encourage you and send you positive messages, mostly through readings and pick cards, but not only that. If you are vibing with all of this, by all means join the Spirit Squad by clicking the subscribe button. Make sure you also ring my bell so you get notified every time I upload, and I upload at least once a week, so stay tuned for that. If you are a returning member of the Spirit Squad, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the different ways you can raise your vibrations. I noticed lately, and not just around me, but also in myself, that we're getting a little bit like under the weather. People just feel like not their best. They're not exploring their full potential. They're feeling kind of like jaded. And like I said, my aim is to uplift us all. So I decided to compile a quick list of different ways you can raise your vibration. If you are excited about this video, please give a thumbs up, give a fat like, encourage your girl, alright? So the first thing I want to talk about, in no particular order, just the way it came to my mind, diet. Okay, and I am not talking about losing weight. Alright, your diet is what you eat. Do you notice some recurring patterns after you eat some type of food? Alright, which foods give you energy? Which foods deplete your energy? Back in the day when I was still not really aware of what my body needed, I thought, oh, a cheeseburger and a soda is gonna do it, and it tastes good and all of that. What would happen usually would be that I would get hungry after a very short while, like about half an hour later. I would feel hungry, like I had not eaten, and I would feel bloated. And I noticed when I cut off those two things that I started feeling much better in my body. Same thing with sugar. I only put sugar in my coffee and milk. Yeah, get to know your body, get to know how it works, and pay attention to the things you eat and your response, or the response of your body after you have eaten them. Some foods make you feel sleepy, some foods make you feel irritated, maybe something spicy. So really, maybe for a week, write down the things you eat and how you feel afterwards, and that would help you make changes in your life if needed. Alright, the second thing I want to talk about is music. Everybody loves music, and most people love music. Pay attention to how you feel when you listen to certain types of music as well. So it's about knowing your body and knowing how your body reacts to different stimuli. Yeah, which music makes you feel sad, which music makes you feel depressed, which music makes you feel angry, and which music makes you feel peaceful, rested, balanced. Perhaps it's binaural beats. I personally like to vibe with lo-fi because there are no lyrics. Another way to raise your vibe would be deep breathing, and I briefly talked about it in this video. Basically, taking deep breaths. That helped me a lot when I was having social anxiety attacks. I live in Asia, there are a lot of people there. It's probably not the best place for an introvert, but I mean, look, Cambodia is pretty chill. It's pretty chill. But sometimes I would have like those kind of paranoid attacks like everybody's staring at me and things like that. Deep breathing, being aware of your breath, helps tremendously, and it also helps with awareness. Being in the present moment and being in your own body, very important. Breathing in through the nose, holding it for a few seconds, and breathing out through the mouth. If you can exhale loudly, it's preferable, so you really release everything that needs to be released. Frustration, irritation, anger, all of that. All of the things that do not serve you. And you can repeat that as many times as you want, but try not to do it too often in a row, because otherwise you get lightheaded. So tip number 4, affirmations. I am a strong advocate for affirmations, mantras, whatever you want to call them, basically. Sentences that hold a very powerful meaning. And the more you repeat them, the more you kind of integrate them in your system, in your body, in your mind. And this has helped me so many times. Another thing you can do that I'm thinking of is recording yourself and playing those affirmations when you're sleeping. Another thing you can do is move your body. I know you've probably heard that tons of times, but it's true. And what I personally love to do is dance. I love to dance, and it uplifts my spirits like pretty much nothing else. It's just magical. But you don't have to dance if you don't want to, or if you don't like it. You can also practice a sport if you like sports. I personally don't. Never have, never will. Running if you are so inclined, and walking. I love walking. Another way to raise your vibe would be to spend some time with yourself. And I know that sounds terrifying for some of us. I know, I've been there, didn't want to be there, but I had to. So it could be in sacred space, it could be just you reading a book, it could be just sitting in silence with your emotions, with yourself. It could be meditating or praying or doing those affirmations we talked about. But make sure you spend at least 15 minutes a day alone with yourself to kind of recharge your batteries. Because we sleep, yes, but it's also, I think, good practice to spend some time alone with yourself while you are awake. Get to know yourself. Another way to raise your vibration would be journaling. When you spend some time with yourself, if you're not reading or meditating, then you can bring a notebook and start taking notes of whatever comes to mind, because something would come to mind anyway. And you can start writing about those things. Examine your feelings, because that is a great way to get to know yourself. Another way, something else that I love to do, especially if I'm taking a bath, would be to have some sort of fragrant smell around me. So I love scented candles, plus they look good. Incense, essential oils, any of that good stuff. Rose is the scent that is said to be the highest vibration. So if you like the smell of roses, maybe you can have an essential oil situation, maybe as you're taking a bath, or just maybe before you sleep, make the room fragrant. Just be careful with open flames, of course. Maybe have a bouquet of flowers if you're into that. Anything that's not chemical, basically. Another way to raise your vibes would be to look after yourself. Take some time to cater for yourself. Take yourself out. Buy yourself a cup of good coffee. I love coffee, can you tell? Learn when to rest, when to slow down. Listen to your body. Oh, give yourself a massage. One thing I used to do in the mornings was to give myself foot massages, and it really helped with me standing all day because I was a teacher. It really helped with fatigue, leg fatigue, and just the overall mood. Another way to raise those beautiful vibes would be to create something. And I don't mean paint, although if you like to paint, so just go for it. But it could be anything that you enjoy doing, any hobby that you enjoy doing. If it's music, if it's singing, that also helps raise your vibration. If you enjoy crosswords, go for it. Sudokus, I used to do that as well. Anything that gets your mind going, but in a good way. My last tip would be to connect with nature. Connect it with trees if you can. If there are no trees near your place, then houseplants are also a good go-to. I personally love watering my babies, my plant babies, and spending some time with them. And if no one is watching or listening, then I tell them I love them as well. I whisper sweet nothings in their ear. They love it. I've seen them thrive. I kid you not, I've seen them thrive. Really. Because they're getting all this good energy from you. So, of course, they can do nothing but grow beautifully and be vibrant. And if you can grow things, which takes us back to the diet. See what I did there? If you can grow things, by all means, grow your own vegetables, grow your own fruit. It's beautiful and it's organic and you know where it comes from. So yes, these are my tips. My tips. Let me know if they resonate, if you are interested in trying some things, if you're already doing some of those things. If you are doing things that I did not mention, please put them in the comments down below. And remember, you are protected, you are supported, and you are divinely guided. Until I see you next time. Bye.